So this is my skillless pan deck. Go through a list first. First pan. Here's our back side. 4 trunks, 4 chain attack trunks, 4 fearless pans, 4 destruction champa, 4 supreme kais, 4 village monster, 4 Botamo and Magetta, 4 Yamcha, 4 Piccolo, 4 Is That All You've Got, 4 Planet M2, 4 After Image Technique, and 2 Ghost Attack Super Saiyan 3 Ghost Attacks. Alright. The main idea which started this, I had a different variant of this. I was trying out something different, a little more complicated, but then I decided I'll just go simple, straight red, simplify the thing. And I do call it skillless pan, so I was like, alright, let me try to take the skill out of mixing other colors and other strategies in here, and just simplify and just go straight red to keep with the skillless theme, right? So this is skillless trunk, because he can bring out a skillless battle card 2 or less from your deck. Over round 3, you pay 1 in order to do that. What he brings out gets critical, so that's pretty nice. He gives a skill to the skillless. Then we, chain attack trunks, of course, you're mainly going to combo that with fearless pan, so that way you can give her a 5k boost and double strike. I mean, but she says all other red leaders in battle. So she gives chain attack trunks 5k boost and double strike. Plus your leader will get 5k boost and double strike. Plus anything else you have. So obviously what you want to be able to do is do mention and support trunks first, for 1 energy to bring out, a 2-drop 20k red battle card. Skillless, which will get critical. Then chain attack trunks using 4 energy, so you're gonna need 5 energies in total for this combo. You get his effect goes off, she comes out, she gives trunks 5k, so 25k double strike, and then any of the 20k red battle cards will get 5k more, so there'll be 25k double strike. And then support trunks, since you have your pan, obviously you'll get the 5k boost plus a draw just from playing him first. So he'll be 20k, and that's it, because she only does red battle cards. So your leader will be 15k with double strike. Trunks, support trunks will only be 20k because it pans your leader's ability. Then chain attacks will be 25k with double strike. And then fearless pan will just be 15k. So right there, that's about 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 damage in a single turn. 2 damage from trunks, 2 damage from the leader, and then just, oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, the battle card will be 25k with crit and double strike, so that's obviously the first attack you want to do. So that's actually 2 damage from that, 2 from the leader, 2 from chain attack trunks, so that's 6, 1 from Chan and 1 from trunks, so that's 8. So that's 8 damage. That's what it is. Up to 8 damage in a single turn, if all works out, right? If you have any extra energy, you can obviously use a Champa or a Supreme Kai to, give double strike to either Trunks plus 10k boost, or give that to Fearless Pan. So there's that, right? What else? Not much other than that specific combo. Obviously the 1 card win condition, all that's nice and all, but you can do all that with just by playing Go Tanks and have 4 bodies on board with double strike. He'll be with the leader's effect, he'll be a 25k with double strike, as long as you have 4 less cards in your hands, and all your tokens will be 15k with double strike, right? So then Planet M2 obviously will help you reduce your opponent's power level. So besides that combo, that's just combo you can do to do a lot of damage in a single turn. Then the main premise of this deck, why I started building it, was the idea that I was like, I wanted a lot of battle cards that had 20k. I want the starting power level to be at 20k. Like that'd be the minimum, and then go from there and go up. Because typically, the way the game started was, we typically had 10Ks we started off with, then we did 15Ks. They were pretty strong, like that, set 1, set 2 type stuff. Over time, it's like, nah, now we need 20Ks, 25, 30Ks, like we started going up incrementally. So I wanted the base power to be 20, to start off with 20 and go up from there. So the idea is you play one of these 20Ks, a battle card, and you see they only cost 2 energies, and then Pan will make them, we'll give them 5K, so we'll make them 25K. And then you'll draw, so you probably draw something that you can that's 0 cost 5K combo, so that you can make them 30K when they actually attack. Then you combine it with Planet M2, making your opponent's leader weaker. That's essentially 35K. So that's essentially 35K swinging at your opponent. So that pressure of 35K swinging at your opponent will make it harder for your opponent to to out combo, even if they're awakened. They're awakened. They're at 15. You use Planet M2 making 10K. Then you got this 20K that just got a 5K boost, so it's a 25K attacking your opponent's 10K boost. That's 15K more advantage. It's the number advantage. You're trying to have advantage, and it costs you nothing more than just playing this, triggering your leader's effect, triggering this when you attack to their leader, and they didn't negate, so then you were able to trigger this obviously. And then now you have 15K power advantage over your opponent's leader. So they're going to need what was it? You bring them down 5K, so they're 10K. You're 25K, so they'll need 20K to essentially block. So they'll have to use at least 2 10Ks if they can even afford that. Afford 2 energies for 10K, or a 0 cost 10K plus 1 energy for 10K. They gotta give up 2 cards. Another thing about 1 cost 10K is that most 1 cost 10Ks tend to be like 5 drop cards, 6 drop, 7, 8. So you definitely want them to use those 10Ks if they're trying to block anything. If they're trying to block damage. You definitely want to force them to pay an energy to use those 10Ks, because they're giving up something like this. This is a good card. They give that up, they lost. That's an advantage right there. That's a 1 card win condition. So if they pay 1 energy to use that to combo to prevent a damage, that's their loss. You see, most anything 4 drop, 4 cost or less is usually doesn't require 10K. But then of course there's these guys that do require energy. That's because they have special effects, of course. But if they use one of these to to block your attack, oh good. I don't want them to have this, to use this against me, right? I don't want them to surprise me during battle and give double strike to the leader or the battle card. Another thing is the fact that these are 20K with the leader making 25K, and you can use 1 energy to play Destructive Champa or Hidden Power East Kai and give an extra 10K plus double strike. So then there'll be 35K double strike. Then throw in Planet M2, that's essentially 40K double strike to your opponent's leader, and that's a lot. 40K double strike. That's not small numbers. Those are big numbers. So you get the premise is trying to focus on those bigger numbers, but at an earlier game, because these are relatively cheap. These are 2 drops. Shit, for 1 energy, you can get one of these 2 drops into play. You just need 3 cards in your drop zone. And since a lot of these cards here, they have 0 cost, it won't be that hard to attack with the leader and then empty out your hand real quick to try to get to 3 cards, so you can overrun, for 1 energy, and then bring one of these bad boys out, and then champa them and go in for the big damage. they'll be hard to block. Your opponent can try to block, but they'll be wasting hand advantage if they do so. But if they negate, oh good, they negate it, and you'll just try again next time. You'll get them eventually. Not much else. Obviously, most of this stuff is self-explanatory. You know, a couple tech cards. You know, Sparking 5 negate. You know, counter attack. Is that all you got? Really good card. I consider this the mirror force of the game, so it's pretty good. You could get rid of 2 battle cards if played right, or at least defend you from 2 battle cards. And that's it. You know, just straightforward. Summon a lot, attack a lot, win a lot. And that's the end of the video.